Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls. Would love to thank each and every one of you that are in the comments, that are thank each and every one of you that are watching right now. Couple of things we need you to do for us before I go another further into my segment. Number one, if there's a like button, make sure you press that. Number two, if there's a share button, make sure you do that. Let people know what's going on right here on this show. Number three, if it's one of those channels where you can subscribe, whether it's a Facebook group or whether it's a YouTube channel, make sure you like and become a member on that page or the group. And you also subscribe to the YouTube page as well. We appreciate you so very much because without you guys, we couldn't be doing. I mean, we would do it anyway because we just love doing it. But it's a lot more fun when you have friends to share it with. Moving into this week's rookie spotlight, ladies and gentlemen, this next player hails from Fontana, California, and he attended Henry J. Kaiser High School. During his career, he had a school record 5,000 yards rushing and 56 touchdowns. Ladies and gentlemen, today's rookie spotlight is producer Sean. I apologize, I forgot to tell you before the show. Tyler Algier. Tyler Algier of my beloved Dirty Birds rise up, the Atlanta Falcons. He went on to commit to the University of Brigham Young. Wow, that sounded very much like Akeem. I go to the University of the United States. It's a very small school. We do not even have a basketball team. Anyway, in his first year at BYU, he only played in 4 games and he had 9 carries for 49 yards. Now, what they did the second year was they moved him from running back to linebacker. I mean, if you've seen him, he is kind of he's got that build and he's got that linebacker speed. He had 26 tackles and a half a sack, and he did wind up doing some running back as well. He had 119 yards and 17 carries while he was in offense. He moved back to running back the following season and finished the year up with over 1,000 yards rushing on 150 carries, had 13 touchdowns, and then he returned to starting running back in 2021. Um, he wound up finishing his career at BYU with 2,899 yards rushing with a 6.4 yards per carry average. He also caught the ball for 437 yards and averaged 9.5 yards per reception for a total of 3,336 total scrimmage yards. Here are the things that I like about Tyler Algier. Outside of the fact that he plays in the 404 in them pretty black uniforms in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tyler Algier, one of the things, now granted, it does affect the running back's durability, but one of the things that Tyler Algier is very good for is yards after contact. Yards after contact. If you watch his highlights, if even if he gets hit at the line of scrimmage, his legs are still turning. He's trying to keep his body upright. You hit him, he's still going to get 3, maybe 4 or 5 yards after you hit him. As a matter of fact, when he graduated from BYU, he was the third. He had the third highest yak average in all of FBS. And when you throw in his 2020 season along with last year, he led the FBS with a staggering 1,847 yards in yards after carry. He's not exceptionally shifty, and he does get hit a lot at the line of scrimmage. But he's what that does is that means that he's valuable on second and short when it's maybe third and short. When you got the option to either maybe try a dump pass that might get picked up and hit at the line of scrimmage, or you give it to Tyler Algier and he's going to grind it out for you. So he's not exceptionally shifty, but here's what it is, and he's not really fast. His 40-yard time is like 4.6. Like he's not stupid fast, but if he gets past that line of scrimmage, we talked about his yards after contact. If he gets past that line of scrimmage and hits that next gear, 8, 9 yards consistently. We saw it in the game this past week against the Washington Commanders. By the way, Sean, good game by your Commanders. I know I talked a lot of smack, but good game by your Commanders. That was a good win. And I'm gonna have a talk with Marcus Mariota about throwing the ball on goal-to-goal situations. Well, we could have run it, but that's a different story. This ain't about me. Um, he had his breakout game where this was highlighted. He had a breakout game in week 9 against the Chargers. and he ran for 99 yards on the ground. He had 113 yards total in scrimmage. Now they did lose the game 20-17, but he just right, left, off tackle. He was breaking off a lot of long yards. So, and then like as I mentioned, he's also good for catching passes out of the backfield. So this is not only is this a guy who's tough, who's a bruiser, this is also a guy who can catch passes out of the backfield and is very versatile. He's also a very good pass. He's also a good pass. Well, he's also a good pass blocker too. So this guy is kind of like a Swiss Army knife of running backs. Like him a lot. Looking to see greater things out of him. I'm really hoping is that the Falcons are able to shore up their offensive line more so they can open up bigger holes so he doesn't have to beat himself up so much. Because we want him to stick around for a while. Now he was only a 5th round draft pick, so we got him at a steal. But at any rate, if we had to get somebody at a steal, I'm glad we got this guy. Dirty Bird for life, ladies and gentlemen. This week's Rookie of the Week, Tyler Allgeier. Thank you very much for coming to my TED Talk. I have been Mr. Fingers, and I'm kicking it back to Nick. Mr. I Want the Smoke, take it away, sir.
Well, thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate that. Tyler Allgeier, definitely. I like what I've seen from the kid so far. Hopefully good things in his future, for sure.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.